apparently when Beyonce hasn't put out some material in some time, the Beyhive has coined the phrase "behydrated." Didn't know that behydrated was a thing. So Beyhive, your prayers have been answered. Black is King. So Black is King is a film directed by Beyonce that debuted on Disney Plus. So Behydrated. So even though Beyonce did in fact put out an album last year called The Gift, that's just simply not enough. They need more.
We want more. We want more. Like, you really like it. You want more.
Even in a global pandemic when everyone, literally everyone, has been ordered to quarantine and stay home, including Beyonce, for nearly half a year, the Beyhive, that's unacceptable for the Beyhive. So everyone knows that Beyonce is supremely talented, once-in-a-lifetime generational talent, global icon. Don't ever tell her fans anything different. But really, to be fair, when you think about the level of success that she's sustained for so long, she's been doing this for over 2 decades. She hasn't missed a beat. And one thing about her fans is that they can be kind of hostile. For example, Kid Rock said something on Instagram. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he said something that offended the Beyhive. There's bees all on his Instagram pictures for I don't know how long, but this happened a few years ago. But his Instagram had just bees in the comments, bees. So fresh off the success-ish of the live adaptation of The Lion King, which Beyonce actually starred as Nala, Beyonce brings us Black is King, which is actually a visual companion to The Gift, the album, or a visual companion to the movie last year. So right off the bat, you can see that this film is going to have a few biblical references. If you've ever seen Prince of Egypt, the opening scene, this kind of reminded me of what happened in Prince of Egypt. If you're familiar with that movie at all, or that film, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So if you've ever seen the Beyonce music video, then you kind of know what to expect when she's on screen. So the story essentially is The Lion King. If you've never seen The Lion King, that's one thing. This film expects you to have seen some kind of iteration of The Lion King, either be a stage play or the original film, the animated version, or the live adaptation version, because the story is told through music with story beats from the actual movie itself. And at times you can hear, in between segments, you can hear narration from various characters from the film, from the live adaptation film. But to truly understand what is going on, you had to have seen one of the adaptations of The Lion King. The film definitely expects you to have seen The Lion King. But even if you haven't seen The Lion King, there's still a message that is clear, that is easy to follow. The message still gets across clear. You understand that there's an empowerment behind all of the visuals. Every visual piece seems to have been carefully crafted. So as I said, there's a lot of biblical references in it. Oh hey, Naomi Campbell. So each segment is pretty much meant to capture the spirit of its counterpart from the actual movie. And like I said, there'll be narrations from the actual movie of the characters from the film. That way it's easy to track, easy to keep pace of where the movie is in terms of story. So taking it for face value, it's basically a collection of music videos from Beyonce. And there's a lot of guest appearances. I saw Pharrell in there. I heard Childish Gambino. Of course, Jay-Z makes an appearance. Kendrick Lamar, Tiwa Savage, Burna Boy. Music was great. It was easy to follow. There was always dancing on the screen. There was always a message in all of the music. The music fit kind of the vibe that the film wanted to portray and its counterpart of the Lion King, the actual movie. And I just can't get over the visuals in this. The visuals are fantastic. So of course, in today's day and age, everyone's offended by everything, and that's your right. You can be offended.
I'm offended that you don't know how you offended me.
And this time it looks like those of actual African descent are offended. So people were complaining about this even before the film came out. They were complaining about it from just the trailers. And like I said, I mean, that's your right. You can do that. I mean, that's perfectly within your right to be offended. And that's one thing. Even Beyonce can offend people. It doesn't matter what level of superstardom you have or your position in life. Actually, I would argue that her being a celebrity and her superstardom would make it easier for her to offend somebody. But like I said, she's been doing this for over 2 decades, so she understands you can't please everybody. And that's probably something she learned a long time ago. It's something that she had to understand early on in her career, otherwise she wouldn't be this successful. So people can be offended, people can love the film, people can hate the film, it doesn't matter. I think Beyonce did a fantastic job of portraying exactly what she wanted to show. So I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed all the visuals, and that's one thing I keep going back to, the visuals, because that's something that stayed consistent throughout the entire film. It didn't matter what segment it was. It didn't matter who performed or who was on screen. And the message was good. The message was clear. There were times where it did sway away from The Lion King and kind of had its own message. One scene in particular was a video, not a video, but a part of the film where it was meant to be for empowering women, which is something that Beyonce has been known to do. So it seems what they were upset about is that the way that African culture was portrayed in this film, how it's not just a bunch of animals, and I guess they feel like Beyonce portrayed it in a way that Africa is uncivilized, or Africa is not, up to date in modern society. But it's The Lion King, like they're all animals in the movie. I mean, there's not a single human being in The Lion King. So again, I'm not saying people can't be offended. Who am I to tell people what they can and can't be offended about? It's America. Overall, guys, I liked the movie. It was a good time. If you've seen The Lion King, then you see exactly where they're going with the film and the message. Taking it at face value, I think that anybody can find enjoyment in this film. It doesn't matter what race you are, what color you are. It's visually pleasing. But those are just my 2 cents about it, really. So honestly, who gives a fuck?